Is this thing on? Hello there folks, it's Avant 3 time with me TechnoChalk on the FTOG server. As promised, we're here just after the end of last episode, and I've just made myself the steel dust that I needed. We are... oh, no, we're not quite finished over here because the thingy bob, there we go. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, so we need 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those, and... actually, I'm going to do this one first so it quickly gets done, and then we can set up the other 4 to do, and we'll be in good place. Yeah, there we go. So that and there we go. Let's go out here, put my helmet on, and ow, door shut on my bottom, nasty. Right, yeah, so this thing, I want this thing. Let's cook up this. That cooks up nice and quick, and that makes the immersive engineering ones. Isn't that weird? Oh well, this should all be our dictionary anyway, so that should be fine. And so we want this dynamic tank. Just need 1 of them. And we need this thing. Did it actually use the 4? All the 8? That's... oh, wow. Wasn't expecting that. I thought when it... so I do need another 8 steel. Okay then. Right. Guess I'm going to be doing that then. I need to go and put that back in then. That's very disappointing that it was going to be doing that. It uses twice as much immersive engineering steel as it does Mekanism steel, but this is our dictionary, so it went and used all my steel. Never mind. Okay. Right, that's 20. That's 40, 60, 80. There we go, and that uses, yeah, 10 for each. There we go. Right, that should do that. So we've got our 4 basic control circuits. We'll get that. We've got that. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Never mind, can't be helped at this point. We've got the gas tanks. I made them off camera because nothing very exciting there. And we've got our enriched alloys. We're just waiting on that extra steel, which is a little bit annoying. Not going to lie to you, it's a little bit annoying. Not altogether sure how this works as well. Because I only put it. See, it seems to be a bit haphazard. Carbon value is 6. That's not 1600 for that carbon, though, is it? That's for making syngas, that carbon value relates to. So I'm not altogether sure what's going on with this, because it seemed that I put in 1 and it gave me 10 carbon, and then I put in enough to make, or what I thought was enough to make the 7 steel, and I'm going to have loads left over, but the 8 steel. Because if that only uses 80, maybe I miscounted. It wouldn't be the first time, would it? Right. 8 steel dust, go smelt it up. Should be relatively straightforward. Pop that into there. And obviously I am out of coal here. Nearly there. Wonder if there's some way of making that into the other kind of steel. I'll look at some point, because that's quite a loss to be able to, or to have to use that. But yeah, it uses it all. Okay. Enrichment chamber. Ah, okay. that, and then like that. One pressurized reaction chamber. Perfect. That's what we need. Now I also need a crusher. So we're going to need more steel, we're going to need more basic circuits, we're going to need lava and redstone. I will get on that straight away. Let's do that. Let's do that. No, let's do that. That in there, and we're going to get that all sorted out as well. Meanwhile, let's have a look and see. I want this pressurized reaction chamber. I want the hydrogen out of this. So the hydrogen is on this side. So I think I can use the fluid conduit for this. So let's do that. And then that. Is it going to go in? Can I do items? No. I want fluids, and I want that. Nope. Is it going to work? No, I think I need the cables or the whatever it's called from Mekanism. Let's have a look at that then. Mekanism again, and let's have a look at the cable options. These things. So no, it's not cables. Basic pressurized tube. I think it's probably that we need. It's not those, and it's not those. So I think it's could be mechanical pipe, but I don't think it is. I think it's pressurized tubes, and that is more steel. Steel and glass. So we need to try that. Well, our carbon should be finished by now, or charcoal as it's more commonly known, most of it. That should be more than enough for our needs. So let's go and put a whole stack of that in there, and I'm going to go, oh, there's still some carbon left in there. Excellent. Of course there is. Right, I'm going to get myself a raft of steel, because we're obviously going to need it, and I will see you in a minute. Alright, I think we're just about there. We are going for the rotary condensator, which is there. So we need a basic fluid tank, one of energy tablet, one of basic control circuits. Oh, I need them. I did make myself another metallurgic infuser down here, and that has helped matters somewhat. So we'll get another 2 of these things. I need the crusher, which means I need another 2 of those as well, actually. I've got all the stuff for that, that's fine. And this, I don't know why that had stopped. Oh, because it's the steel dust, that's why. So that's good to go, and if that unlags itself, there we go. Enriched iron, cool. I think I've got the memory leak problem again on the computer, just because I've been teleporting back and forth between the mining dimension because I ran out of osmium and here, so we might have a little bit of an issue there, but it seems okay at the moment. So let's grab all this stuff, head on over here. So rotated condensator, need another basic tank thing, that goes in there. Got more osmium to put in there, and how are we doing? 1 rotary condensator. We've got the pressurized reaction chamber, so just the crusher to go. And if I do that, we are missing the steel casing, and that of course requires that steel. Now I have come up with a way of sorting out the steel. What I did was I smelted one of the steel in here, and by doing so, because no, I did it in here, sorry, I did it in the furnace, because that's a sag mill and doesn't smelt things. Yeah, by putting it in here, we get the Mekanism ingot, which you'll see in just a second. So one Mekanism ingot, and then by putting the Mekanism ingot into a compacting drawer, or any drawer really, but I put it in a compacting drawer because we want the blocks as well at some point. But by putting it in there and locking it, this now sets it so it will be any of the ore dictionary steels turn into the Mekanism one. So that is cool. It's very cool, in fact. Right, so now we should be able to make the crusher. So if I do that, I don't want immersive engineering, no. I want the other one. Is it going to let me? Is it going to let me if I just do that? Right, let's check for steel. Yeah, and if I go like this, it should then work. And only use the ones that I actually do require. So that's much, much better. So yeah, use the drawers as a sort of a unifier. Okay, so crusher, pressurized reaction chamber, and a rotary condensator. We should be pretty much good to go. Now, you'll see I also have a configurator. Made that little doobry because we need this for the pressurized tubes, and I went and got rid of all the stuff that I wanted. I want, let's just grab a block of dirt. That'll do. I need 2 blocks of dirt. That'll do. Right, because I want to go and put that there and that there, and put the pressurized reaction chamber. I want there, because I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want these ones. Can I pop that off? Wow, really? It's going to take that long? That's going to break that, isn't it? I would really quite like to be able to get this off here without it actually breaking. Is that gonna? No, that doesn't work. Really? Is this gonna break completely? I've got 3 on me at the moment. Anna, it just takes a very long time to break, and I thought that the configurator was the wrench thing. Okay, maybe not. In any case, I want to take these off, because the configurator should allow us now, because this thing is backwards. There we go. And this should allow us in here. Fluids. There we go. That should be right. Okay. We've run out of that. So we've run out of hydrogen there, that's cool. Oxygen's full, so it's not going to work anymore, but if we tweak this, dumping excess means we still have oxygen here should we need it, and the hydrogen is working as well. So hydrogen going up, perfect, that's what I wanted to see. It has to go into that side though, it would appear, because just because I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong, but that's how we're doing it now. And using the configurator, you've got to set it on this side so it's set to pool. Right. Now this has got a decent amount of hydrogen. We're out of energy. Okay. That's something to consider. That will take, the PRC will give us our ethylene out, but we need water in there as well. So we need to go like this and go that, that with the wrench whilst we can see what's going on. There we go, water. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Right. Anyway, water in at the bottom, fluids in, water in. Cool. Done and dusted. And then we should get the ethylene come out this side. But we need to also put in stuff from the crusher. And the crusher is going to go here. Here, I feel, is the place to put it. And we'll have power go into the bottom. Like that. Excellent. And this will crush pretty much anything, but it will be crushing carrots. No hole. It's not got a hole because it doesn't have power. It doesn't have power because I've been ruthlessly abusing the power system. Okay. Okay. Actually, I don't want to do that because that's just going to use up all my power at the moment, and I don't need it to do that just now. Right. The thing that we do need is the rotary condensator, thingy bob, and that needs to go here, like that, and that will have that coming out of here, because I'm going to have that coming out here. Yeah, we'll have that. No, not that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Right, grab this one. Right, that one. That's the one I want. So that is extract always active. That one's insert. And what happens when I put something through the crusher now? Let's grab a bunch of carrots. I just want to put one in and see what happens. So this will go through any moment now. So we get 4 from that, which I'm quite happy about. Okay, let's set this to that will be input, and that I want as output. Okay, and this one, item config. Now this is the back of it. So item config, this is the back input. That is it coming out of there and going into there. Excellent. So we've got biofuel. We don't have the power yet. Energy, yeah, that is set up to accept energy from the bottom. Biofuel hydrogen, which is getting a little bit of. And that will go into here, but it's not going into here. Why is it not going into here? Because probably it's the wrong way round. So if I go around this side and go, boop, there we go, yeah. And that's it connected up there, and like that. Okay, I think we're just about there. This needs power, which means I need to go and stop things from running over here. Make sure this is all off. That's off. That's off. This has got no power in it whatsoever. Right. This has got power. It's fully done. It should have supplied a hole to over here by now, which it has not. That's interesting. Okay, well that's not running, that's not taking power. Is it just the electrolytic separator that's taking all the power at the moment? It looks like it is. Right, let's not dump excess, let's set it onto idle. This will fill up because it's not filled this up completely. Once it's filled that up completely, and once it's stopped doing that, then this will start running. So it's the power there that we're missing. So we're just waiting on that, and then we'll need that, which means I need more power conduits to there. Okay, power conduits it is. Conduits, please. And those ones. I have none of that stuff. Let me make some conduits. Well, you learn something new every day. This thing doesn't take in any power from the bottom. So I've connected it into the side, and that seems to be perfectly okay. This one also wasn't taking any power in from the bottom, so yeah, there we go. It's going to be a little bit ugly, but it has worked. We now have 3 substrate. We don't have any ethylene because it's gone over here. We've got liquid ethylene in here. Perfect. Now I have run a fluid conduit over here, and if I don't do that, oh my, right, just endless. Right, always active, extract from here. We have no ethylene in here. We now have power going on in here. We've got liquid ethylene in there, we've got power in here. We are good. So I need to go 1, 2, 3. And of course we don't have quite enough. But we do have over here some more stuff cooking up. Perfect, that'll be fine because we have a decent amount in here. Excellent. Now if I go, and I can go like that, 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 and like that, and now everything should be powered. Lots and lots of lovely power. It's pulling down the power now. It should be recharging all the things, making 500 RF per tick, but it's pulling out a lot from somewhere. We need to get rid of the substrate. That should be easy. The crusher there's done fine. That's fine. That's completely full up. Right, now we need to dump excess, so we'll get loads of hydrogen going in here. Excellent, and I can put all that stuff in there. That's fine. That went back up because it had finished charging up whatever it was charging, probably all the cables, but we now have lots and lots. There we go. It's making 250 RF per tick at the moment. And that is powering all the things that we have. This should be quite happy. It needs a hole. I'm not altogether sure why it doesn't have a hole. I'm just going to go and find out now. Drop down here. I could drop that down one. I might do that. Why isn't this inserting hose? It should do. Have I got to break in the cable somewhere? It looks awfully like it. Odd. It should. There's hose there. Why is it not putting hose in? Now I'm stuck. Does it not accept hose from the bottom? Is that perhaps it? Let's have a look at this. Let's grab this. Disabled. No. I want to take that out and then do that. Really, because I want to come in from this side then and look and see if it does it from the side only. Oh, hold on. There's not. Ah. No, it is there. Okay. In and out, put that there. And it now has. Okay, so maybe it just doesn't like doing that. Weird. Power is disabled, and I want to do that and do that one as insert power as well. There we go, that's working fine, and we're getting that out. So now I need to do extract, or rather I just need this to come over here and come up here and come into here. Now, I don't know if this can accept stuff in from the bottom. It can. Input dark red. That should have power coming into it. It should be okay. And then if I do insert, does that have carrots going in? It does not. Right. I suspect what is happening here is I need to get rid of all of that. I need to come up there, there. That needs to be disabled. That needs to be insert. This needs to be side config. Is that the front of it? It is, isn't it? Alright, front of it. Input. No. And we're going to go with into the top as well then, as our last ditch effort. Insert. No. Why is this not working? It should be working. This should be able to extract carrots. Yes, there's carrots. In, out, and I'm an idiot. No need to agree with me. There we go, that's full up. Do I have to have it in from the... There we go, that's keeping it going. Right, okay, that's an ugly, ugly mess of wires. Let's do that, and let's put it back the way it was, and go insert. And... yep, it's inserting, okay. Right, that's fine. It would be kind of nice to not have that ugly morass of wires there as well, but it is doing the job nicely. That's full up of liquid ethylene, it's full up of power, it's powering our entire base. The only thing that remains to be done is cover up the ugliness, I suppose. I think that's it. I think so, yeah. Everything should be powered now. So we've got, this is happily working away. It's got lots of carrots. This has got water and hydrogen and oxygen all doing fine. That's crushing away quite happily. This has got that. We need to get rid of the substrate, right? Let's go over here. We do filter. I want first one of these ones. Probably need to do that first. Need to do filter. So we can do that. Then I want a trash can. Like that. Let's get rid of that. I want to get the substrate, and I need to smelt up the steel. And like that, perfect. We should be good. Get rid of that. So, let's go over here again. And this thing, so this has got the substrate. I'm hoping I can pull out the top. Put that there, that there. That is going to be insert, and it's going to be only insert substrate. Whitelist that. So now I can go extract with that, and our survey says it's not doing anything. Okay. Side config, input, output, auto eject, and it's gone. Cool. Because I don't think that we use this for anything. We can use it to make HDPE pellets. Ethylene, oxygen. I don't think we're going to need that at any time soon. Yeah, I can make more substrate with it. What's that stuff used for? To make HPD. What's that stuff used for? Plastics. Okay. Well, what I can do then is I can make that a lower priority and go and get myself a drawer. How about that then? That'll keep everybody happy. So if I go drawer like that, I can keep 32 stacks of substrate on hand at any one time. That should be enough for anybody. There we go. So that's going to keep that done. We've got biofuel coming through nice and quick. Cool. I'm happy with that. I think that's not too bad. Yeah. Right. I think that's it, folks. I think that's us done for this episode. And actually, yeah, we're getting very close to overtime, really. That's us. We've got power. And I think we've got an overabundance of fuel. We can probably start putting a few more turbines onto that as and when we require, but we don't really need to at the moment. I think we're good for just now. Yeah. Hope you've enjoyed this. This is now a good power system. I'm quite happy with it. Hope you're happy with it too. And until the next time, I think it's time to have a funds and say bye-bye.